Hi everyone, this is Cooking with Kurt. Today, my husband Donald and I are going to show you how to make a pumpkin cheesecake. This cheesecake has a buttery graham cracker crust and is infused with a hint of bourbon.
We recently made this cheesecake for a party we hosted for Kurt's birthday and it was a hit. To start, let 3 eggs and 3 bars, which are 8 ounces each, of full-fat cream cheese and half a cup of full-fat sour cream come to room temperature. Adjust an oven rack to the lower third position and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and begin boiling water in a pot or kettle for your water bath.
To prepare the graham cracker crust, take a medium-sized mixing bowl. Add in 2 cups of graham cracker crumbs, which is 18 sheets or 2 full sleeves worth of Nabisco graham crackers, 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar, and half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Mix these dry ingredients together first. Then add 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter that has been melted and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix these together until they are well combined. Take a 9-inch springform pan and lightly butter the bottom and the sides. Transfer the graham cracker mixture into the springform pan and press the mixture into the bottom of the pan and about 2 inches up the sides. I like to use the bottom of a stainless steel measuring cup. I find that the stainless steel surface is useful for gently pushing the crumbs into the sides without sticking to the cup. You want to pack the crumbs into the bottom and the sides just tight enough so they stick together, but not too tight that the resulting crust is too hard. Set this crust aside in the freezer while preparing the cheesecake filling. You want that butter to reharden before it goes in the oven. In the bowl of your stand mixer, add in 2 3/4 bars, which is 22 ounces total, of room temperature cream cheese, half a cup of granulated sugar, and a packed half cup of light brown sugar. With a paddle attachment, mix these together on medium-high speed till it looks smooth. To clarify, we're saving the remaining 1/4 bar of cream cheese to make frosting the following day. Wrap the remaining cream cheese and store it in the fridge. Stop the mixer and add in half a cup of full-fat sour cream, 1 15-ounce can of pure pumpkin puree, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of bourbon, which is optional, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, and 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Continue to beat on medium speed until everything is well combined. One at a time, add in the 3 room temperature eggs, making sure that the previous egg is fully incorporated before adding the next one. Make sure to scrape down the bowl in between each egg. Pour this batter into the prepared crust and tap the pan on the counter a few times to bring all the air bubbles to the surface.
Like with all of our cheesecake videos, we'll be using our large roasting tray that's 11 inches by 15 inches and 2 inches high. But you can use any large roasting tray as long as your springform pan fits inside it. Place 2 large sheets of heavy-duty aluminum foil over a large roasting tray. Place the springform pan in the center of the foil and fold up the foil so that it creates a high 2-layer wall of foil that is hugging the sides of the springform pan and overshooting a bit in terms of height, about 1 inch or so higher than the walls of the springform pan. It's important that there are no holes or tears in the foil so water will not leak into the cheesecake. The 2 layers of foil will help to ensure this. Put the roasting dish on the lower third rack in your preheated oven with the roasting dish not pushed all the way in. Do not close the oven door yet. When the roasting dish is in the oven, pour boiling water into the roasting dish so that it goes up about 1 inch high, creating a water bath for the cheesecake. The springform pan with the cheesecake should be heavy enough to weigh it down, and it will not float in the water. Very carefully so water doesn't slosh around, push the roasting dish further into the oven so it is centered, and close the oven door. Pouring the boiling water while the roasting dish is inside the oven will avoid having to carry a heavy roasting dish with boiling water inside it.
We're going to bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes until it is almost done. The cheesecake should mostly hold together but still have some jiggle to it in the center. You don't want it to be completely firm at this stage.
Leaving the oven door closed, turn off the heat and let the cheesecake rest in the cooling oven for another 1 hour. After resting it in the turned off oven for 1 hour, remove the water bath from the oven and carefully lift the cheesecake out of the water bath. Be very careful as water could still leak into the cheesecake at this point. Let the cheesecake finish cooling to room temperature on a metal rack uncovered. When it reaches room temperature, put it in the fridge to chill completely, a minimum of 6 hours, but preferably overnight.
The next day, when the cheesecake has completely chilled, we're going to make the whipped cream topping. In the bowl of your stand mixer, add in the remaining 1/4 bar, which is 2 ounces of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and 2 teaspoons of bourbon. With the paddle attachment, beat them together on medium speed until they are smooth. Stop the mixer and add 1/2 cup of very cold heavy cream. Beat for about 1 minute until the cream cheese and heavy cream are well combined. Scrape down the bowl and paddle attachment as needed. Switch to the whisk attachment and continue whipping on medium-high speed until the frosting holds stiff peaks. It should look something like this. Attach a large star tip to a piping bag. Today I'm using a 1M tip. And transfer the whipped cream frosting into the piping bag. Unlatch the spring-form pan and carefully lift off the sides to reveal the beautiful cheesecake. I'm going to create a shell border around the top surface right at the edge of the cake. I like to put the cheesecake on a revolving cake stand for this. To make the shells as evenly sized and shaped as possible, try not to lift your tip when pressing. Just press to create the shell bulb, then decrease pressure while dragging to create the tail. Finally, add an optional garnish by sprinkling about 3 pinches of ground nutmeg over the whipped cream border. Keep your cheesecake in the fridge till you're ready to serve. And there it is, a buttery, crumbly graham cracker crust with a feather-light and fluffy pumpkin cream cheese filling infused with bourbon. Ang sarap.
Yum!
So good. The filling is so light and fluffy, and the hint of bourbon is perfect.
To me, this cheesecake tastes like everything I love about the fall.
Thank you so much for watching. Please let us know in the comment section below if you're planning to make this bourbon pumpkin cheesecake. Send us pictures of your creations on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, links below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Cooking with Kurt.
And don't forget to click on the bell so you get notified when we post new cooking videos. And for our written recipes, be sure to check out cookingwithkurt.com.
Maraming salamat!